Hapa nakata tu kichungu na nyanya. Alafu natoka hapa. Ingia kwa nini? Nakwambia light inamulika hadi mtu hawezi ona. Kazi yako ni kuni watch. Nataka video. Ndio maana nafanya polepole. Nafaa ikae. Nikimaliza kitunguu ndio tunaanza. Nisipoangalia nitakata hii nini yangu. Nafanya nianze kia 2 minutes. Nianze kusema story. Funga mlango. Thank you for joining. Mpoa. Hii kitabu nataka kusoma unapeleka wapi? Today I'm going to cook while I'm telling you a story. So I have a story I'm going to share with you when I'm cooking. This one is, the food I'm cooking today is PMOs, PCOS friendly, and it also helps in losing weight, because someone who has PCOS has to lose weight. So we are going to start for the story. He used to brag until one day. That's how it started. Welcome to my first ever storytelling video. So there was a young boy by the name Victor. He grew up in a very humble home, and after finishing high school, he moved from the village and went to the city to live with his brother. His brother is called Peter. The onion. Hey. Peter was always at work during the day, so the house remained for Peter to enjoy. 5 months goes by, and one Saturday, he meets a young beautiful lady while he was at the shop. It's not easy. It's not easy narrating a story and cooking at the same time. Wait, talk up. They exchanged glances, and that is when Victor decided to make a move. You see, Victor is still unemployed and was going to buy milk and bread for breakfast. His brother had given him 200 and was expecting change. But that is not what Victor did. When the lady, let's call the lady Mercy. When Mercy was going to pay for what she bought, Victor stopped her and decided to pay for her. Yeah, I've already chopped my onions, so I'm going to chop my tomatoes. Hey, the onions. So the total amount of what she bought was only 150, leaving Victor with only 50 bob. They then exchanged numbers, and Victor went back and lied to his brother that he had lost the money. His brother didn't ask much and just handed him another 200 bob. Victor and Mercy continued talking. Victor told Mercy that he works online and he is hosting his brother for the time being. He told her that he is well off and that his business is going well. Hi, Natalie. Business is going well. So when Peter gave Victor money, sorry, where was I? So when Peter gave Victor money for food, he didn't buy. Instead, he sent all of it to Mercy. Within no time, they started dating. Mercy knew she found a rich guy, and with no time, Mercy realized that he found a rich guy. Victor didn't have enough clothes, so he shared with his brother. One day, his brother gave him 1,000 shillings to go and buy a shirt and a trouser for himself. And we all know what Victor did. He ended up not buying. He ended up not buying the clothes, but sauti yake si copyright iko sawa. So one day, Victor's brother gave him 1,000 shillings to go and buy a shirt and a trouser for himself. But instead of Victor buying the clothes, he called his girlfriend Mercy and agreed to meet up with her. Victor was given 1,000 bob, so he took 950, gave it to Mercy. He told Mercy that the money was for her to use, that it was just a little token to appreciate her beauty. So Mercy was happy, and I forgot to mention, Mercy is a 19 years old girl coming from a poor background, so that money was more than enough for her. I finished chopping my tomatoes. I think they are big. No, okay. Toka hapa. Shida najua atashika hii kitu. Nilifika wapi? Okay, where was I? So let's start. Nafanya kizungu inapotea. Let's have chill already. Where was I? I was there. He gave him, Victor was given 1,000 shillings and he decided to spend 950 to buy, to give it to Mercy as a token of appreciation. Mercy was happy always. I forgot to mention, Mercy is a 19 years old girl coming from the poor background, so the money was more than enough for her. Back to the story. Peter never asked Victor if he bought the clothes. Life goes on, and one day, Victor decided to take Mercy for a small date. Peter, mama. Peter. Peter. For a small. Nikikaranga inaenda kwa rahisi. Ili kukatakata nini unasikia nika utanishikata. Sasa kuna shida nataka kutokea nikisongesha hiki kitu. Let me set the camera first so we can continue the story. I think here is okay. And just a little inch. Oh God. I thought you could turn your eyes. Kuja basi. So let's just frying. Yeah, you are now to fry the githeri. So I was saying that one day Victor decided to take Mercy for a simple date. He had 500 with him. He arrived earlier and talked to the waiter. He explained that he had no much money and wanted to express his girlfriend. When the lady arrived, the waiter was called to attend to her. Victor told her that she can order anything she wants, that money was never a problem. So we are just going to put the berries. 1, 2. I'm going to put 2. I'm going to put 2. 2.5. This is not much. It's not too much oil. So Mercy ordered big things. She ordered chips and chicken. She was told that it was not. It was over. They have finished it. She then ordered for extra large pizza, and it was not there also. The lady was angry and asked what they had. The waiter then told her that they had chips plain and soda only. That was the budget for Victor. But Mercy didn't want soda and just plain chips. She later told Victor that they should go to another restaurant. The manager realized that they were not served and went to check what was the problem. The lady explained and the manager was really angry. He decided to serve them himself. Mercy then ordered chips, chicken, smokies, and soda. Victor was really shaking. The total bill was $850. Victor didn't order anything for himself. He was busy thinking where he's going to get the money to pay for the meal. Ungekuwa kwenye ungemwacha. Ndio kwenye wacha. Taniwachia huko. Utaiona live. Akimaliza utaiona. So Victor called his brother and lied that the gas was empty and that he can't cook. His brother didn't ask much and sent him $1,500 to refill the gas. He was sorted. And after the meal, as they were going home, he gave Mercy $1,000 for her fare and remained with only $150. When he reached home, he sent Mercy $100 for airtime that day. Victor didn't eat breakfast and lunch. We're just waiting for the onions to be golden brown or just wait until your ancestors talk to you. Bianca anatingisha. Hiki tujue inazengia kwa nini? Kwa mafuta hizi. Mercy was bragging to her friends how rich and generous his boyfriend is. Month goes by and his brother decided to take Victor to the computer classes. He gave Victor $3,000 to go pay for his classes. The same day, Mercy called him complaining that there was no money for food. What did Victor do? You know it. He took $1,000 from the fee and sent it to Mercy. He assured Mercy that she should not hesitate to ask him for help anytime. He went and paid the remaining $2,000 at the school and promised to pay the remaining money later. Ita mama. Ita pachome. Sema pita. Kimile kitungu yenye ibangi ama. So Mercy never asked for money directly, but the money was sent to her anyway. Total fee for the computer lessons was 7,000. After a month, Peter gave Victor the remaining 4,000 to finish up. He also added 1,000 for himself. What did Victor do with the money? Instead of paying, he called Mercy and took her to a shopping spree. They went to a supermarket and bought foodstuff worth 4,200. He paid it and gave her 700 for her fare, though Mercy refused, but he insisted and told her that it was just a token and money was not a problem to him. That day, he walked 30 minutes going home. Of course, he was tired and hungry, so he just boiled some water and made coffee. So my onion is okay. I'm going to add my tomato. Chakula kingi ngumu. Mafuta yangu inakaa kidogo. Simbo luki. Simbo kama itakula. Nilikuwa naongea na nini ngumu. Sasa niko hapo. Life went on, and one morning when his brother was leaving for work, he gave Victor 8,000 for rent. He told Victor that the deadline of paying rent was in 3 days' time, but he should not use the money for any other thing and just pay the rent. That is where the problem started. Peter went to work, and as we all know what Victor did with the money. He really wanted to impress Mercy, and so he sent Mercy 1,000 bob. And now the rent was less. He told himself that he'll pay the deadline is still far, and decided not to pay the rent that day. So I'm going to put my spinach. Mbona nimaliza kupika? Naona mambo. So Peter returned from work and didn't bother to ask if Victor had paid. Sisi lazima utoke. Kama utaki. Sasa una nini? Peter returned from work and didn't bother to ask if Victor had paid the rent. So Peter relaxed himself. They slept, and the next day Victor had a mind and thought to himself, what if I pay this 6,000 and I tell the landlord that we will finish the rest next week? Mlango. Jenga funga mlango. He decided to go to see the landlord in the afternoon. Yangu inaunga. Mboga nataka tu gari. Basi, nitakusha gari. So I'm just going to add what? To add salt. Githeri. Now I'm adding the githeri. Ndio githeri yako nimeweka. Kama sikia mzuri. Nanisengenya. Unataka chakula yangu kuliki. Vile daktari aliniambia nikule. Just add water. Tena mboga yangu si mingi. Nishamaliza maji. Na kuona. Nilifika wapi? I don't know where I was. Okay, we all know what happened. The rent money was used to buy the lunch. When he took Mercy for lunch, he ended up spending half of the money. And as always, gave out 1,000 bob for fare. He now had 2,000 remaining. He went home and went straight to the landlord. He gave the landlord the 2,000 and promised to pay the rest. Ngoja. The landlord told him to go back with the money, that he wanted full payment. He had no option. He had only one day to look for the 5,000. His brother returned back, so Victor tried to ask him for money, but he didn't have a valid reason why he wanted the money. God. Mercy and Victor talked that night, and as always, anytime they talk, Victor would send her money. With only 2,000 remaining, he sent 1,000 to her. Next morning was really tense. Peter wanted the receipt payment for the rent, but he could not provide. He just utachomeka toka hapo. He just told Peter that he had it, that he will look for it and give him in the evening. Peter was calm and said, if you paid, it's obvious they won't come to bother us tomorrow. So he left for work. And now Victor was really sweating. He now realized that he was in trouble. That day, he didn't receive calls from Mercy. He didn't even call her. He decided to sell the iron box to raise money, but it was only worth 800 bob. He then took the gas and also sold it for 1,000, but the money was not enough. Mind you, he was selling this thing at a throwaway price. So my food is ready. Today. Chakula lunch ya shule. Ananisengenya tu namsikia. Eh. Dragon fruit. So here is my food. I have protein here. I have carbohydrates here. I have greens here and avocado. Inakwanga avocado ama avocado. Was not. He decided to sell the iron box to raise money, but it was only worth 800. He even took the gas and also sold it for 1,000 bob, but the money was not enough. Mind you, he was selling these things at a throwaway price. He was sure his brother won't notice because he don't cook. Now he had only 2,800 and 4,200 to go. Time went faster, and the next morning there was a knock at the door. Peter was still at the house. He opened and saw the landlord. "I am here for rent," he said. Peter was confused. "What rent? I paid 3 days ago," Peter answered. The landlord asked, for the receipt. Peter asked Victor for the receipt, but it was nowhere to be seen. It was now clear that the rent was not paid. Peter was really angry. He talked to the landlord and agreed to pay. For the first time, he went to prepare his tea, but the gas was not there. On asking Victor, he said he sold it to fill the rent money. "Pack your things. You are leaving today," Peter told Victor. "And where is the iron box? I need to straighten my shirt." "I also sold it," Victor said. "I'll help you pack. You are going back to the village," Peter said. "Did you even finish your classes or you used the money?" Victor went to the village, and that's how he never came back to the city ever again. And here's my food. Thanks for being with me. Bye. So if you eat this food on this portion, you are not going to get fat. You're going to lose a lot of weight. And someone who have PMOs is really advised to eat such kind of food. Carbohydrate is no more than the protein. You can see the protein is the beans is what? Bye.